Hello from Dhaka, this is Moheshkhali Rahman and you are watching Basis News. At first, the headlines. Nepal returns to normalcy as first women Prime Minister takes charge. Chief Advisor to the interim government of Bangladesh congratulates new Nepalese Prime Minister. Moheshkhali-Matarbari seaport to boost Bangladesh's fish export growth. Uninterrupted supply of goods key to market management, says Commerce Adviser Sheikh Bashir Uddin. Now let's go for the details. Nepal returns to normalcy as first woman Prime Minister takes charge. Nepal's capital, Kathmandu, began returning to normalcy on Saturday after days of deadly anti-corruption protests. The curfew was eased and an interim Prime Minister was sworn into office. On Friday evening, 73-year-old former Chief Justice Sushila Karki took oath as interim leader. She was given the responsibility to restore order and respond to protesters' demand for a corruption-free future. Soon after, Parliament was dissolved and elections were announced for 5th March 2026. At least 51 people were killed in the violence, the worst unrest since the civil war ended and the monarchy was abolished in 2008. By Saturday morning, soldiers scaled back their presence, markets reopened, traffic returned and families visited temples. Citizens welcomed the appointment of Nepal's first women Prime Minister. Social worker Suraj Bhattarai, aged 51, said people believed she would strengthen the fight against corruption and improve governance. A local resident, aged 23, said the main concern for young people was corruption and that it must stop no matter who tackles it. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi offered his best wishes to Karki and said New Delhi was committed to the peace, progress and prosperity of Nepal. Challenges remain as more than 12,500 prisoners escaped during the unrest. Meanwhile, former Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli resigned on Tuesday, ending his 4th term. His whereabouts are still unknown. A local businessman aged 32 said older leaders were playing a game of musical chairs, leaving no chance for younger people to come into power. Chief Advisor to the interim government of Bangladesh congratulates new Nepalese Prime Minister. Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus has congratulated the newly appointed Prime Minister of Nepal, Sushila Karki. In a message today, Professor Yunus said that on behalf of the government and the people of Bangladesh, he extended his warmest greetings to the Prime Minister Karki. He said her assumption of this high office at a critical time reflected the trust and confidence of the people of Nepal. The chief advisor stated that Bangladesh, as a long-standing friend and neighbor, was confident that under her leadership, Nepal would continue on the path of peace, development and stability. He also said he looked forward to working closely with Prime Minister Karki to strengthen the ties of friendship, cooperation and mutual respect between the two countries. Professor Yunus expressed condolences on the tragic loss of lives in the recent political developments in Nepal, extended sympathies to the bereaved families and wished a swift recovery to the injured. He concluded by wishing Prime Minister Karki good health, success and peace and prosperity for the people of Nepal. Moheshkhali-Matarbari seaport to boost Bangladesh's fish export growth. Bangladesh's fish and seafood export sector is expected to grow with the under-construction Moheshkhali-Matarbari deep seaport. The deep seaport is part of the Moheshkhali-Matarbari Integrated Infrastructure Development Initiative. It is being developed with Japanese assistance. The new port will ease congestion at Chattogram port and allow larger vessels to be handled directly. A local trader of Moheshkhali said the port will reduce shipment time for frozen fish and seafood, giving better access to international market with strict freshness standards. One of the fishermen of Matarbari said quicker export will ensure fair prices for their catches and improve living standards. Officials said about 7% of the world's fisheries come from the Bay of Bengal and over 450 million people depend on its blue economy. Bangladesh is a member of the Indian Ocean Tuna Commission but remains unable to fulfill its quota. To address this, the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock has allowed the import or building of 28 long-liner fishing vessels. The Matarbari port will also boost shrimp exports from Chokoria and speed up shipments to markets in the European Union, the United States and Japan. Industry insiders said the port will cut costs, reduce processing time, and open opportunities for value-added seafood products such as fillet, smoked fish, and ready-to-eat items. They added that scallop processing alone could be worth $500 million, while the strong logistics of the Moheshkhali-Matarbari Development Authority is expected to attract new foreign investment. Uninterrupted supply of goods key to market management, says Commerce Adviser Sheikh Bashir Uddin. Commerce Adviser Sheikh Bashir Uddin has said that uninterrupted supply of goods is the key to market management. Speaking as the chief guest on Friday at the closing session of a 2-day international conference at Hotel Radisson Blu in Chattogram, he said that during the last Ramadan, government efforts kept the supply chain stable and prices of essentials low. The conference was titled Future of Business, Innovation, Technology and Sustainable Development and was organized by the Bureau of Business Research of Chittagong University. The Commerce Advisor said there is a shortage of raw materials for production in the country. He added that students can help overcome this shortage through agriculture-based knowledge. He referred to the period after the mass uprising, saying market stability was a challenge as many syndicate members fled abroad. He said the situation was brought under control through collective efforts. He also said future governments could strengthen the market system with democratic and coordinated management and neutral reforms. Later, Commerce Advisor Sheikh Bashir Uddin handed over crests to individuals and institutions in recognition of their special contribution to business and commerce. That's all for now. For more information, visit bssnews.net. Thanks for watching.